And we've started.
Alright.
Hammer with a little head start here. But it's due to the games not being synced for a moment, but we will get this in a few seconds. I already apologize if my voice sounds a little weird to begin with, because I just woke up to commentate this race.
Alright, so they're both getting the PC potion right off the bat here. Pretty standard for this tournament so far. Most people are going for that PC potion.
Yeah, and it's definitely the best decision in this tournament and in races in general. Because the PC potion is just a safe play that costs a few seconds but can save like 4 minutes. Because when you die you have to reset the whole game again and start all over. And that's an early time loss you definitely don't want to take. Because we all know red can give you a lot of more of bad RNG.
Alright, so Hammer's going into the first rival fight here. See what kind of luck he gets with the Bulbasaur.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. Both players are synced now, but Hammer still has the mashing lead, as it looks like. Looks like he mashed better, and now is like a second ahead of Tonari.
Both getting growled now. Hammer did get in an extra tackle before he got growled.
Yeah, Hammer's getting through there quite well. Oh. Yeah.
Growl fail there for Hammer.
And it's true. That's a nice time. Not the best possible fight, but a quite good one. Okay, and Tonari's finish as well. Both finishing the fight sub 3 minutes at least. So, definitely...
Tonari taking a bit of a chance there on that last tackle. If that tackle missed, he could have died to a crit.
Would have been bad indeed. Also, since he picked up a potion, he now has to swap it around or do another input on the manip. Let's hope he remembers that. And he could have just used it for that too. Would have been the safer play also, as low save.
Both players getting a Rattata for their first encounter. A little bit safer of a fight than the Pidgey. Can take a little bit less damage.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient to start with. Usually a level 2 Pidgey is fine as well, but a level 3 can deal a lot of damage, and everything above is something you really shouldn't kill, like level 4 Rattatas or level 4 Rats, or level 4 Pidgeys, I mean. Those are Pokemon that you don't want to kill because you use up too many turns killing them, and possibly get too much damage there. So, like, you want to kill a level 2 or a level 3 Rattata, and if you get a level 3 Pidgey as a late encounter while you didn't kill anything else, you want to kill that one. So both not taking the Yolo Grass here, because we both got an encounter already and don't want to risk another one.
Hammer does get another encounter, unfortunately, in that last part of the grass before Pallet.
And this puts Tonari ahead, at least for now.
Tonari again walking behind Oak, which does not make a difference in this game.
Yeah, you just want to get rid of turns the rival gets on screen because he walks slower than you. And it definitely is the same amount of time you save while walking behind Oak or talking to him from the side. But to be fair, most players talk to him from the side today. And now Tonari is getting another encounter. But it looks like both players will be quite close on starting. Never mind. I'm starting the map. But Hammer gets another encounter too. Else there would have been tight at the map, and we could have seen the exact time difference of two maps. I'm pretty sure Tonari wants to go for the easier map because, if I remember correctly, he did that in his last race.
He did, and he is saving to get the easier map, and we get to see his splits here.
Yeah, so if anybody wondered, he has a 1:59, 19 seconds PB. Let's hope he gets rid of that. Okay, he moves it away. Oh, and he does it while... okay.
Oh,
resetting.
And Hammer misses it. I'm not sure whether that was IGT0 miss or whether he missed an input there.
So this puts both of them...
This might actually... It takes a little less time for...
He's resetting. He got an IGT0. As it looks. Meanwhile... Okay. And Tonari getting his Nidoran encounter. So this means after Hammer getting the IGT0, he would have been ahead if he's gotten the YOLO ball, but he forgot that he had the PC potion still. And Hammer also now getting the YOLO ball, and now they are exactly tied.
Very close on their Nidoran splits. Tonari resetting, I'm not sure what happened there.
Didn't he catch it?
I thought he did catch it, I'm not sure.
I thought
he definitely caught it. Hammer skipping the tree potion there, the hidden potion.
Maybe he used 20 potions? Don't know how many he bought. Or he realized he got the wrong one because he thought he did an A pressing correctly. But I don't think so. Forgot the name, maybe. I didn't pay enough attention to that at the moment. I was looking on Hammer's screen at that point. But yeah. Guess that doesn't matter too much because either way, he's going for the catch now. Only tackling once.
I'm not sure exactly what the strategy is for Tonari here.
Usually he wants to tackle twice to get a better catch chance.
He does get the catch.
The weird thing about level 4 Nidorans is, like back in the days, it's more likely to catch it with from full HP than to catch it from one tackle. Just Pokemon things. So you want to get 2 tackles down to get a better chance.
Alright, so Hammer's having a good Weedle fight so far. Looks like if he doesn't get poisoned on this turn,
Looking good
which
for
he
you.
doesn't. So, doesn't get poisoned in there, so he'll get to save the antidote. So I'm not sure how many Pokeballs he bought. I wasn't paying attention, but if he bought more than 3, then he may be able to sell Bide later on to get some extra money.
Yeah, if he has the antidotes, yeah, he has the antidote. He will
I'm
be
not
able
sure
to do
if-
that.
I'm not sure how many Pokeballs he bought. And he still would have to have potions left over.
I'm pretty sure Hammer goes for 5 Pokeballs. I don't think he plays that risky in a race. So he will definitely sell the Bite. So now we're taking off that potion as well. And resetting another time put Hammer ahead by quite a bit. And yeah, Hammer reset it once as well, getting an IGT-0 as far as I know. And
Hammer also
now
got
he
the good
resets well.
the good special on his Squirtle, so this should be a relatively safe fight. There's still things that can go wrong, but safer than normal. Gets a defense curl, which is really good. We can get another defense curl.
Hammer should be fine, and this time's quite good. He got through the Weedle fight quite well, so comparing it to his Nidoran split, his Rock split will be quite good. Meanwhile, Tenari also getting through the Weedle fight really well, without healing or using an antidote. Swapping now already. Oh, he uses his potion accidentally on his Nidoran. I'm not sure if it was an accident though, but I guess so.
Gets the
Because
Bide,
usually-
and that'll be the Brock fight for Hammer. A pretty good Brock time after having to reset for the Nidoran, but he gets through without a problem.
Yeah, he gets it. Pretty convenient time he gets there. Considering the one IGT-0, that's really good. Sub 13 is always nice, and yeah, with an IGT-0 that's even better. Okay, so Tenari using the potion on his Nidoran, still not going for the early mud. And he writes in chat nurse, so it looks like this was a mistake on his end. Yeah, and that makes sense because you really don't want to use one of your food potions at the start on your Nidoran at this point of time. And even with the damage he has given his Nidoran to catch it, the first fight of his Nidoran would have been fine. He could have healed if he had gotten much damage. And the problem for him is now that he doesn't have any potions left, because he didn't go for the early mart. So he definitely doesn't want to get damaged at this point, and with 21 HP left it looks like it's gonna be okay most likely. If he doesn't get too unlucky. It's like he actually... Oh, Screech's fail is really nice for him at this point. Gets the Onyx crit. And another double into the bite. So Tenari gets the fight as well. Considering the 2 resets he had, a 14-minute proc time is definitely reasonable. And he isn't too far behind Hammer, because we all know it can happen. Although, being like 2 minutes behind at this point of the game is quite a huge disadvantage. But there's still a lot more to come. So he can definitely catch up. Already also has to shop again.
And Hammer is coming up here to the shorts guy.
For 10 potions.
The worst fight of the early game, for sure.
Yeah, definitely an annoying fight.
This Rattata is pretty mean.
Yeah, and that's the reason why he's saved before this fight, because if you get unlucky and this terrible hits, you can get into problems. Using a tackle now though.
Quick attack.
Yeah, and if you get stuck in quick attacks after this terrible happens, you can get into a healing chain. And that's basically the most annoying thing that can happen there.
And he gets wrapped from Ekans, so he's going to have to heal here. See how many turns this wrap is.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah.
And it's a 5-turn.
It's a 5-turn, but it isn't too bad, because when he gets a poison sting now, that puts him in good health for getting a red bug. He will now level out. But at 8 HP will be pretty convenient for him getting it. He won't go for Mega Punch Manip at this point of time, if he doesn't need to heal out of his red bar when he gets too much damage. But I'm not sure. I guess I stated before that he doesn't want to go for Mega Punch in a race anyway. At least as far as I know. There's no Manip though, so it's an option if he decides to go for it. And has to heal out. Doesn't look like it though. And with 7 HP, he can get a nice red bar here. Okay, gets the crit though. This isn't too optimal.
The crit will still be good because of the level up. So he'll be able to keep the red bar for the rest of Route 3.
Yeah, the thing is, a normal tackle would have been best at this point, because now he's at 4 HP and he can die to a Caterpie crit, to attack a crit on the next Caterpie, which is unfortunate and means he will most likely heal out. Oh, he takes a risk of a crit, which is another possibility. Let's see what he's doing. Looks like he's gonna go for it.
To answer the question in chat, why red over blue? It's just because the RNG manipulation setups are better and faster in red.
Yeah, that's true. And before the Manips, we used to run red over blue because there was just a higher encounter rate on male Nidorans on Pokemon Red. And Pokemon Blue therefore has a higher encounter rate of female Nidorans, so between the games they also swapped around some encounter rates. It's not only Nidorans, it's other Pokemon as well, and that's the basic reason why we want Pokemon Red to begin with. And also having a higher encounter rate for Nidorans to start with means that it's easier to find a Manip for this Pokemon on Red. And yeah, finding these good Manips, we stated Pokemon Red over Pokemon Blue.
Hammer does get his Pidgey. Yes, and he does crit the Pidgey.
Oh, this is unfortunate. He has to search for another flyer now. But at least he's still in red buff for the flyer, so he can...
It's a level 8 Pidgey, of course.
Has to horn attack this one now. But having the red buff is really nice on the catch as well, because that makes the whole process faster. For those of you who don't know, being in red bar, which means hearing this beeboo weeboo sound, or as other people say, the weeboo, you can skip a lot of jingles and level ups, level up sounds and stuff, and that saves a lot of time. When you put all the files together, you can get this red bar on. So that's something you basically want to keep when you save, and wouldn't have a risk of dying anyway. It's getting a nice turn frame, yeah? Hopefully that was a mini panel. And now you're on 16 HP, which means he can't get into red bar at this point. Hammer on one encounter. For the upcoming, right?
One encounter up to the super nerd is pretty good.
Yeah, you can get a lot more if you get unlucky. And he also had a really nice entry time. Not sub 20, but still that's something good. Also considering that Tenali is still on Route 3 catching his flyer for now. So he has a lead of like 2 minutes, a little more. Gets the 2-shot revolver, which is pretty convenient because you can usually 3-shot that without a crit or getting screech there.
Yeah, he's got a very high roll on that first horn attack. Helped get that 2-shot for sure.
Yeah, and usually why getting a screech on that fight helps you is because there's a mechanic called badge boost, and this applies the status buff to your Pokemon when you get a debuff. So for example, after you beat Brock you get an attack badge boost, and that means when you get a debuff, for example a spring shot or a screech, that debuffs your one of your stats, you get a boost of your attack, and that allows you to get more ranges, but you lose it, you lose the badge boost on a level up or when the fight ends. You can regain it on the next fight again when you get another debuff. Time beating the last at 23 minutes, which is a really nice time.
So far, only 2 moon encounters for Hammer, up to the last, which is pretty good. That's pretty good luck.
Did you see him kill one of them? I didn't notice.
He did not kill either of them.
Oh, okay. So
and he's going for the pallet manip, which is. Yeah. A little more difficult, but also a little safer, more likely to work. Yeah, changing the palette.
For the post last minutes there are 2 currently used ones. And as Love said, this one is a little safer. Only having 1 IGT0 frame, which means you have 1 bad frame you can save on in that spot. That gives you a fail of a manip while you do everything correctly. And the easier manip has more of these frames, those bad save frames, that gives you a fail, although you do everything correctly. Of course, that's also the Mega Punch manip, when you're going for Mega Punch, but that is definitely the hardest one, and you need to do 2 manips, and you need 6 or more HP after the 3rd fight of Route 3 to do it. At least do it safely.
So does not get the YOLO ball on his Paris. So it's going to horn attacks to make this more likely to catch.
Yeah, and he gets drilled. He's breaking out. He has one ball left. So at this point he can sell his TM34.
Oh, and now he has to reset. So now they're going to be pretty much tied here.
Yeah. And that is really unfortunate. Hammer lost a lot of time there.
He's still going to be ahead, but just by a little bit. Let's see if Tanari, which manip he does, whether he does the palette manip.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Oh, he has to get his emulator back in focus, because he can't hit for a hard reset when he doesn't. Oh, he's checking something. Okay, he gets it now. And Hammer has to reset again. Looks like he's gonna start getting a little nervous here. Failed for that there. But now Tanari is really close. Not going for the pallet manip, which means he has a higher chance of getting an IGT0, but he is also has the easier part in execution. And now it's...
Now we also get red versus blue.
Yeah, because Hammer swapped.
So we get red versus blue at least up until Surge anyway.
Yeah, because there's another reset for RNG manipulation. If both don't die though. So, unfortunately this is getting pretty... Ooh!
That's...
Movement mistake by Tanari.
Did he miss the A press? I believe that's...
He did one step down.
Okay.
And this step down got him a Zubid encounter. He gets experience from that. But this also means that he has to get lucky if he wants to get a Paris at this point. I'm stopping at the escape room for a second.
Let's see if after the at the end of Mount Moon, if he does the backup manip, if he hasn't gotten his Paris yet.
Yeah, hopefully
otherwise,
he knows that.
Otherwise, he'll be catching an Oddish.
Yeah, he got a Pidgey, right?
He did get a Pidgey, not a Spearow.
Yeah, and a Spearow would have given him the opportunity to go for Ducks, aka Farfetch'd, that is overall usually a little faster than going for Oddish, when you don't get Oddish anyway, with getting lucky. Still is, like, compared to Paris, around 40 seconds slower. So he wants to go for backup manip. Also because he has to go for Oddish, which is even slower in most cases because you have to search for it usually. And this is a Geodude.
Every time Grimer gets that disable off, I always get a little nervous. My last run, got Horn Attack disable.
Yeah, that's the worst that can happen, and yeah, it's really annoying because you have to go for the tackle. And that is really bad in this fight. And usually when you get Horn Attack disabled, it will stay this way for like at least 10 turns or something.
I don't know how many turns because I finished the fight before it got undisabled. And then I reset because it was like a 3-minute fight.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It can cost a lot of time indeed. So for those of you tuning in right now, the race is really close at this point. Hammer had to reset twice on his manip because he didn't get the YOLO ball all in the Paris and run out of balls. Tanari going for the meme. Getting the Dome Fossil.
Getting the Dome Fossil to RNG manipulate a YOLO Paris.
Yeah, hopefully it works.
And he doesn't get it.
Doesn't get
He
it.
goes back into Mount Moon.
Okay. This was
Also-
this was weird. We saw his cursor on screen also, so it looks like he did something else in the background or something. Maybe checking on his possible strats. Yeah, but at this point he has to go for Oddish, as we stated earlier. Not doing the backup manip. Which puts Hammer in a lead again.
Alright, so this rival fight that Hammer's coming up to can go a couple of ways. This Pidgeotto knows Sand Attack, which can, in Gen 1, can just absolutely destroy you. So every turn that Pidgeotto doesn't use Sand Attack is good. And he gets a Gust there, so now with the critical, with 2 Gusts in a row, so he's not going to get any Sand Attacks, which is excellent.
Yeah.
And his health is in a good range. He could end up in Red Bar on Nugget Bridge.
Yeah, this is really interesting. And
A crit for Tanari as well.
pretty good. Pretty good rival fights for both of them. Gets the 2-shot.
Tanari gets a 2-shot on Pidgeotto. That's a range even with a crit.
Yeah, and this is really cool for him. So both didn't get the Sand Attack. Oh, he disabled his global hotkeys. Some
Now we put him back on.
behind-the-scenes work. Yeah, doing some behind-the-scenes work. You don't know what's going on.
Bulbasaur
needs
missing
Oddish.
the tackle.
So he said in chat he needs for Oddish some chart. Good that he thought of that, because there is a mechanic in this game called D-Sum. Rather a technique. And it's a technique of chaining encounters, because when you get an encounter in the grass and do steps to left and right afterwards, every step is either a possible step you can get an Oddish on, or a step you don't get an Oddish on, or like can't get an Oddish on. And according to the encounter you first got, for example, a Mankey on a certain level, let's say level 10, you have a certain movement that will give you a better chance of an Oddish, because you will do the steps you can't get an Oddish on outside of the grass.
So basically, the way D-Sum works is that encounters work on a cycle in this game. So depending on which patch of grass, where you're at, where you can get encounters, it will cycle through the different encounters that you can get. So you can manipulate your movement a little bit to try to increase your chances. If you do get an encounter, that you'll get the one that you're looking for. In this case, it would be Oddish.
Yeah. And looks like both didn't get another Sand Attack. So getting through the second Pidgey of the Nugget Bridge. There's one to come. Hammer not getting the range on Ekans.
Does not get wrapped by the Ekans though.
Which is something that can be really annoying. Not getting the range into a 5-turn wrap loses a lot of time.
Tanari also doesn't get the range, and he does get wrapped.
Yeah, and this puts him a little behind. Doesn't get too many turns, though, at least.
Only a two turn there, so not too bad.
Tamar gets a quick attack from Pidgey, which means he will get through this fight as well without a sand attack. So no sand attacks for him. Really nice.
Poison Sting, so he won't have to heal before the Mankey, which is good.
Yeah, he didn't get enough experience to be level 21. That would have given him the chance of having Fresh early for this Mankey, which means now it's a little slower without the extra moon experience. But that's totally fine. He can get put into a red buff for now, while when he gets Karate Chop but gets Leer. He still will level up and has to use his candies, so he wouldn't keep it anyway. But he could have gotten back into it on the hiker.
So at level 23 you do get to see the stats on screen, so you can see there those are the correct stats. Both of them did get the right Nidoran.
Yeah.
However, they would have known that before now.
Indeed. When you get the wrong one, you know it, because you get a lot worse ranges.
You can tell you got the wrong one when you go to switch Nidoran with your Squirtle the first time, or when you go to heal the Squirtle after the Weedle guy. If your Nidoran has 17 HP, that's bad news.
Yeah, that means you got the wrong level for Nidoran 1, and that can happen, for example, when you miss an A-press on the map. And this Nidoran isn't even a little worse, it is horrible.
It is almost the worst level 4 Nidoran you can get.
Yeah, so the problem with the map is, if you mess it up by one A-press, for example, you get two nearly reverse Nidoran from like the best. That is pretty inconvenient. That's why you want to get it, definitely. Figuring that out later on is really bad, because at that point you also don't want to get back. Usually. So it's good both got the right one.
2 defense curls. So even though he gets the 4-turn Thrash on the Geodude, still is not going to be able to kill it.
Had himself in confusion once, which puts him into a nice wrapper.
He's going to switch out here to cure the confusion and kill him with Bubble.
Yeah, definitely a good play there, because else he would have risked the death, and swapping out here and letting Squirtle kill off Judo is totally fine, because he didn't have extra moon experience anyway, which would have given him a chance of being level 30 for an annoying audition for Rock Tunnel. But with not having the experience to begin with, don't mind losing the XP on the swap.
It'll be interesting to see. One thing I am going to watch for coming up here is at the end of this route, whether Hammer's going to get the extra ether or not. Since he used his antidote, if he does get the extra ether, then he'll still be able to sell TM34 in Vermilion City to be able to have some extra money for later. But he'll have to get the extra ether, otherwise he can't sell it. Because we have very specific items that we need in this game. Gets a quick attack from the Rattata, so he's going to have to heal now before the last Pidgey, because another quick attack will kill him.
Yeah, definitely.
Or quick attack crit, I should say, would kill him. He would live on 1 health with a regular quick attack.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go for it.
Yeah. So maybe he wants to risk it or he wants to hit and fight. Let's see what happens. Also, I don't think he will go for it. I'm pretty sure Hammer is the kind of guy that is going for a really specific amount of X items, so he doesn't need the extra money from the TM34. I guess he's convenient. He's secure enough in his execution to not go for extra X items. And he didn't pick it up. He still has the chance of setting his TM34 and getting an item later on, for example, Awakening in the tower. But at this point, I don't think he will go for it. Guess he's confident in his abilities.
Also, hello, Legend Eater.
Yeah, hi. But it would have been a nice possibility when you're not 100% sure that you will get everything. Getting the Ether gives you a bonus also on having an extra PP item that can help you if you accidentally input an elixir, for example. That can help you on some points, not on every point, because sometimes you really need an elixir. But it's still convenient to have when you're not 100% sure. Also, having the extra money from the TM34 seller will allow you to buy extra X items when you're not 100% sure about you inputting them, and puts you into a position of not having to go back when you accidentally put in X special for an X speed, for example. Yeah, that's a great emote.
Selective. The best time for crits to happen in this game would be anytime that the opposing Pokemon would not die otherwise. So anytime it would die, a critical is useless. It just wastes time with the extra text. But if it kills in a situation where it wouldn't have killed without a critical, then that would be where it would be beneficial.
Meanwhile, Hammer...
Excellent Misty fight for Hammer, actually.
Yeah, it worked out in the end. It was a little scary.
Not exactly the safest fight, but it does work out pretty well.
Yeah, Barrel being crit at the end there could have killed him, but it's fine. Gets it. Nice Misty, not losing 7 minutes. On resets and fighting optional Scapper. Meanwhile, Tenari getting base defense 2. But it's fine for him. So it looks like Tenari quit beforehand and then got into the X event. Didn't pay attention actually. Watching Hammer there.
I was also watching Hammer's screen at that moment.
But it looks like
he got through Misty without dying, so...
Yeah, and it looks like he didn't even get damaged, so the only way of not getting damaged is either Geronimo's from Misty or getting a crit into an X defend, or an X defend into a crit. But that puts him into quite high HP for the upcoming Rocket fight and the next fights, but on the upper hand he doesn't need to heal. Saving some potions and also making the upcoming fights safer. Not giving you the opportunity to YOLO run.
Yes, he will want to take quite a bit of damage from the rival fight on the SS and as well as probably some damage from from the Surge fight as well. Otherwise, he's not going to be in red bar for quite a long time.
Yeah, and not having this red bar, assuming Hammer will go for it, can lose you up to a minute upon getting Fly. And that makes for a quite huge time difference, but to be fair, red bar is not 100% safe in this section of the game. And let's see, it would be reasonable to not go for it.
He did heal. He did heal before the Pidgey.
Yeah, so he's safe for this fight. But also Tonari is behind, so he wants to catch up. So most likely he wants to go for the red bar, also considering he has to get an
Oddish. He gets an Oddish in the first patch of grass, which is good.
Yeah, he used an interesting movement there, but it worked out for him. Getting the first encounter Oddish, and that actually even makes it faster than going for Duxie if he would have gotten a Spearow. Also gets into first ball. Really nice. So, in total, that really didn't cost him too much extra time.
Gets one encounter in that grass, and it's the Oddish he needs.
Yeah.
That couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, really nice for him. There are some inconveniences going along with getting the Oddish though, because you have to teach Dig to Squirtle, for example, and that can mess with your muscle memory when you usually don't go for that Oddish and aren't really familiar with it. So maybe he will miss some. He will lose some time on menuing there.
He does sell TM34. Very interesting. Perhaps going to be getting a revive or maybe an awakening in Pokemon Tower.
Wait, but he has his Pokeballs and his antidote left, right?
He does not have his antidote. Or he does have his antidote, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does have his antidote.
I'm pretty sure we talked about the possibility of him not having the Pokeballs. When talking about selling the TM34.
We did. We talked about that exact thing, and then both were very surprised when he did exactly what we thought he would do.
Yeah. I mean, he still has his Pokeballs as far as I know, because if he wouldn't have gone for...
He does have his Pokeballs because he had to reset on the Paris.
Yeah, exactly. If he wouldn't have gotten them, he could have gone for the still sell TM34 strat we were talking about, getting the extra item. Anyway, now he's in red bar and he heals on the fight, playing it safe here. Gets the sand attack and return
sand attack, of course.
So he has to swap out. This is some time here. Only has one potion left, so this is gonna be interesting, because if he has to use this potion somewhere on the run, he is one item short, has one extra free item slot, and will most likely pick up an extra item on the way, most likely with Awakening in the tower, if he gets into a position where he has to use this potion.
This is going to be very good health, assuming that he's going to save in front of Lance to try to preserve the red bar.
Yeah, definitely. Good thing is you get a free save before Search with a Can Spin Up, which is pretty nice. Going for red bar spreads on him. And with that really nice early Oddish encounter, till now he's still quite close to Hammer.
Kadabra cannot kill this Pidgey.
It's so hard.
Disabled Gust again. Undisabled on the first turn.
Using another teleport. He's not going for the confusion.
He did go for confusion once and missed.
Oh boy. But now he has to use the set attacks because this is so weird. At this point, just so back. He can't.
He missed confusion again.
Yeah, he gets so many side attacks on him. He can't possibly be able to get a confusion through now.
He misses again.
Yeah, now we should really just take the halved experience here. Because the timeless is really huge at this point. Nothing happened. Yeah, gets another teleport. And at this point, Kadabra won't get a confusion through. Like, he gets the maximum sand attacks, and his chance of hitting the confusion is so low.
Hoping for a Kadabra struggle here.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, he should. I didn't pay attention to before that moment. Watching Hammer again. Did he die or did he swap because of something? Okay, he didn't die. He just swapped. He just swapped. So yeah, he should have done this way earlier. Swapping out back to this. Yeah. Because at that point, Kadabra couldn't have done anything with all the sand attacks. Missing this experience, or half of it, it's fine for Tenari. Shouldn't put him into too big trouble. But the time loss on this fight is really huge. It was like 2 minutes, I guess. Maybe a little more, even. Not 100% sure. Guess it's around 2 minutes he lost there.
So Hammer's just finishing up Surge now. He's at excellent health for the upcoming segment from here until he gets Fly. So he'll be in red bar for that whole time.
If he doesn't get an unlucky Gen 1 miss or crit. Into crit. Oh well, Gen 1 auto crit could kill him too on certain Pokemons.
A Gen 1 miss would probably kill him on any of the Pokemon in Rock Tunnel.
Yeah, definitely. Before it's okay, you can live that, but in Rock Tunnel, that will most likely be death. Let's hope we didn't jinx it. And it's quite unfortunate that Tenari lost this much time on the rival fight there, so it's not really that close anymore, but he is still only this 2 to 3 minutes behind, so he definitely has a chance of catching up. Yeah, this Pidgey is a legend. Tenari meanwhile decides to teach cut first, not swapping up his retals on the first way down, having to go back up again, so a little slow this menu, but it's still fine. Goes for a minute now. And same as Pallet Manip, the Cans Manip also has only one IGP 0 frame. when you're doing the one without the A presses. Not sure about the other ones. And that means when you get this IGT 0... I jinxed it! I jinxed it. I'm sorry, Janari. Yeah. When you get this IGT 0, this means the second can isn't to the left. Therefore, the second can is on the top left, on the top left of all cans put together. And so he could have just gone for the reset instead of actually doing the resave he did, because the second can is always the most top left can on the IGT 0. So lost a little time there on going back to save again. But this is really unfortunate. I'm really sorry I jinxed it. So this is 1 in 60 to get. Really unlucky.
Alright, so you're not allowed anymore to talk about IGT zeros or Gen 1 misses or anything like that, because then they're for sure to happen.
Yes. Poor Hammer, I hope he does't get the Gen 1 miss into death.
If he does, I'm blaming you straight away.
Yeah, I deserve it. If it happens. And he didn't get it on the first Cubo, so no Gen 1 miss yet. Meanwhile, Tenari has to reset again. Looks like he died on search because he got the cans. Quite unfortunate. Looks like... Not sure what exactly happened there.
I'm not sure how much health he had. I thought he had enough to take a Sonic Boom. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
he does. He should be able to take a Sonic Boom plus a Quick Attack without any problems.
Yeah, actually Sonic Boom is what he wants, because getting into Red Bar is quite convenient, mostly because Hammer is quite some time ahead. Gets the Gen 1 miss on Sonic Boom though. Quite unfortunate, so 200.
Using Bubble Beam on Pikachu is seems very interesting, since Thrash is a guaranteed 3-shot without a Gen 1 miss on Pikachu and Raichu.
Yeah, and now he's on 20 HP. Could possibly go for one Confusion Self-Hit and swap out. But at this point, not having the red bar...
If he does get 1 turn, or if he does get 4 turn Thrash, he can get red bar off the Cubone at the beginning of Rock Tunnel.
Yeah, going for the Slowpoke red bar, but at this point, I guess it is quite risky to go for it, because that would put you in a red bar that has to fear quick attacks, or at least has to fear 2 quick attacks, or crit, most likely. Not 100% sure, but it is definitely an option to not go for red bar at all at this point, because it would put you in quite low HP if you get the 3-turn Thrash into a self-hit though anyway, and live after that. Then you should take it, because when you get into red bar anyway, it's usually not worth it to heal out when it's a safe play. Usually you may has to heal out before the quick attack throw or Oddish if you want to play safe for that fight without saving, but he will just save most likely. And we're getting through there with his red bar and not in bonus yet, so looks like I didn't jinx it. least not this time.
So far, so good.
Okay, so Tenari decides to not save for the 4-turn Thresh go. Let's see what he gets. Could be interesting at this point, because what he gets here will determine his strat for quite a while. He's confused, hurts himself, puts him into 7 HP, which is a nice red bar to have, gets with a crucial confusion, and now he has the red bar he wants.
Doesn't swap out there, very interesting.
Yeah, this is better than the Slowpoke red bar, I guess. He's at 7 HP now. And being on level 28 with 7 HP, you get one more level up before Oddish, so you can tank and absorb when you don't get a range refresh, and you can also tank a crit absorb. So this is quite convenient, but getting sleep power or paralysis is still a chance of death at this point. Gets 2 yellow tiles of grass. Works fine though. If he gets through here and gets a good Oddish fight, he will not lose time on Hammer on the split, most likely. At least not much. And this is pretty nice that he has this red bar at this point, keeping him really in the game.
Also, we see here that Hammer is skipping the first freshwater here, so he's not going to be getting Ice Beam. So he's going to be getting Blizzard later on in the run. Instead, picks up Rock Slide from the girl here. He's going to finish up his shopping, getting all his X items here. Gonna get 12 X accuracies. Only 1 X special and 6 X speeds.
So he actually goes for a safe play, which means I didn't expect him to do that actually, but loved it. He actually goes for the extra X items with the money he has. Getting 1 extra X accuracy and 1 extra X speed, because those are the items that you need most, and missing one of them is really annoying. Only going for and basically having a spare one can also help you out in a lot of situations, because you can use them to stall, for example, or yeah, basically that's an important thing. If you don't miss one, it's always a good option to stall with extra X items. And going for the 1 X special is totally fine for him at this point, because if you don't go for Silph Red Bar and don't use an X special to stall, for example Koga, that's an option. You only basically need 1 X special on the Lance fight. He could have gone for 2 X specials and used one on Agatha, then he would have fully stopped. Going for X speed strat though, giving Golbat an extra turn, while not getting an extra turn on the last Gengar. Interesting choice.
That is an interesting choice. I would expect an X special there to try to take a try to give Gengar one less turn. Or not Gengar, excuse me. Golbat.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like the current state of art, but it is reasonable to go for XP when you decide on only using one super potion. So you're on lower HP. Maybe he's playing better ahead. Or he just wants to go for the strat anyway. Also having only one X special gives you the opportunity of not swapping the X specials up, meaning you can scroll down on the lands fight, input it, and your cursor goes back to the start of your inventory, which is quite convenient. So let's see what he's up to. Most likely he wants these spare X items for being safe if he misinputs or and stalling purposes. Mostly last ring, I guess. And let's hope he's not daily leaf. Which means missing Rock Slide on his Ghastlies, because that move is only 90% accurate. And when you miss it, you can die. And Hammer is exactly at 23 HP, which means he doesn't have Red Bar and still has the chance of dying to Nightshade, because that deals exactly 23 damage on these Ghastlies because they are level 23. But he just hits them. So it should be fine. Because now he gets to the heal pad and his health and PP are restored. That Pokemon will be revived and he will be safe for the upcoming section now. So this, yeah,
Tanari's just finishing up his shopping here, getting his super repels and his super potions. Just starting his shopping, I should say. Quite a bit behind after that rival fight in the Gen 1 miss to Surge.
Yeah, and missing the Rock Slide for Hammer can be only annoying at this point. You can, for example, get a Rock Slide miss into a lick from the Ghastly, which can paralyze you, which means you either have to walk back to the heal pad or get or use one of your full restores, which also gets rid of paralysis. That's something you don't want to use, well, because you definitely have to take the extra full restore in Safari Zone. There's one in what's the name? Victory Road. Yeah.
I was gonna say there's one in Victory Road.
Yeah, that is pretty close to you anyway, which you can get. Okay. Tanari going for extra speeds, and he
sells his full restore.
Wait.
Because he did not have enough money for the X speeds, because he bought 5 X specials.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to have one less item, and he doesn't have a full restore.
5 X specials though with why did interesting.
So he should have sold 2 of think he should have sold 2 of those X specials back. That would have given him enough money for those extra couple $100 that he needed.
Yeah, or he could have. Yeah.
But now he's not going to have a full restore if he gets paralyzed. That could be a problem.
Yeah, this will be annoying. He now has. Yeah, he now has to walk back if he gets paralyzed. I mean, he can pick up 2 more full restores later in the game, but it doesn't seem like the optimal play here. Still, he will most likely get through with it. It's fine, not a huge mistake. Nearly swapping down for elixirs, but Eva is fine.
His item management will still be fine if he gets the full restore in the Safari Zone. However, it still could be a problem coming up here in Pokemon Tower.
Yeah. And getting self-scope, it's like, I'm not sure, but over 5 minutes, I guess. Not 100% sure, because it's something we don't do here. As you said in chat, we use the Pokédoll to skip this fight without the self-scope, because the Ghost is a Pokemon as well, so the Pokédoll works on him. And that saves quite some time and gets rid of the boring section of the game. Meanwhile, Tenari on the rival fight with 16 HP, so he should be fine here.
Should be fine here with the Blizzard route. This fight is much safer.
Oh, okay. Decides to execute here. This is interesting.
Well, he's already taught Horn Drill, so I guess he's not going for.
Yeah, not going for.
Going for Blizzard, which
definitely not.
So if he already had Horn Drill, I would have expected an X accuracy on Pidgeotto instead of on.
Yeah, because when you're going for Blizz Threats, you're just gonna thrash the Kadabra and Ivysaur. But he's not going for it, so he has Hornbill already and can drill through this fight.
Alright, so Hammer's going to be going through Silph-Co before Safari Zone. Going to be doing Silph-Co first. And this is a bit of a newer route for some people that have not seen the Blizzard strategy. And also the late Earthquake, which is a bit newer. Getting Earthquake late instead of at the beginning of Silph-Co.
Yeah, and that saves quite some time. Blizzard spread saves like up to 5 seconds or a little more on the normal late Earthquake, and like 20 seconds on the old route you had. So a pretty nice time save to go for it. And it's also a really safe route to go for the Blizzard. And let's see if Hammer goes for Silver Red Bar at this point. But I don't think so. That would be a really risky play. That's the only one who went for Silver Red Bar in this tournament yet is still Pokeguy. Don't think there's anybody else.
I don't think I've seen it from anybody else so far.
Yeah. At least he's the only one who
I wouldn't be that surprised
went for it.
I wouldn't be that surprised if Hammer went for it. He could get it anyway, if he gets lucky with the Pidgeot, but not if he doesn't get hit.
Yeah, he gets no damage here.
He does not go for the the X special on Pidgeot, so he is going to X special to Gyarados and go for Silph Red Bar, it looks like. No, he's just going to go ahead and Horn Drill.
He can't go for the X special because he only has one.
That's right, I forgot he only bought one.
Yeah, and at this point, still only losing 1 HP is pretty annoying because you want to get at least quite some damage because you want to die to Weezing or Koga later. And that self-destruct can get a low roll of 77 damage. And so you basically want to be in this range. And at this point, he needs to get quite some damage. And a confusion would be really nice now. Maybe wouldn't even be enough to get him into that range, so getting a hit from Cubone or Nidorino would be pretty convenient here.
He may need from both. We will see. Gets a nice Bone Club from Cubone.
Yeah, so he will definitely get into a range. A confusion would have most likely be enough anyway.
It is still possible that he won't die, but he will be. But he does get a headbutt from
Drowsy.
So now he for sure will be in range for self-destruct.
Yeah, he still could have stalled on Hypno at this point, but now he is fine.
And he's also safe from confusion from Hypno as well, as long as it doesn't crit.
Yeah, I guess Hypno, it still was a risky play to go for on this Drowsy, because this Drowsy could possibly kill you, and it knows like Psywave, something like that, and that can actually kill you at this point. That's also why Hammer said in chat, don't do this at home. So this was a risky play to go for. Worked out for him. Now he will be fine. Also at this point, the Hypno can't kill him without a Confusion crit, so he should be safe for the upcoming sections.
Other than the Hypno, he should be pretty safe from now until the gym in Viridian, as long as there's no Gen 1 miss.
Yeah, let's see what is happening to Tinari.
Tinari is about to be getting the Poke Flute here.
Nearly done with the tower. And he is like a whole section of the game behind the whole Surf Scopes thing. Yeah, we have the whole Silph Co split, I mean. So while Hammer gets back after Silph Co, Tinari gets there after Poke Flute, and Hammer will now go for the Fairy Zone, and if Tinari is going for the old strats, he will go for the Safari Zone next as well, so it will look like the race is close at this point, but yeah, he's going for it. So it looks like the race is really close now again, but don't forget, Tinari still has to go for the Silph Co and do this section of a run afterwards. So he's still behind by quite some minutes. Like 8? Not 100% sure. 7 till 8.
I think it's about 8. Somewhere in that range.
Not 100% sure. It's hard to calculate for me. There's also different strats, Blizzard strat compared to old strat. Wait. Tenari's... What? Oh god. What happened to Tenari here?
It looks like he has some connection problems.
Oh god. Yeah. Let's hope it's only connection issues and not the blue screen. I know how hard that is on a race. Okay, he'll be back in a moment. It's only connection. Good thing.
I'm glad there's not another blue screen.
Yeah.
I think we've had enough of those for one tournament.
Definitely. So, that's good, so he can still keep racing. While his internet will be coming back. And there we are. So, as we see here, he is still close behind Hammer, and at this section at least. He still has to do another section, as he said. But it looks like he got through this part without losing time on trying to set up the internet again or stuff. So it looks like he...
Hammer, they're picking up that full restore in Safari Zone, just for safety, more than anything, just to have for champion fight.
Now we accidentally pressed no once on getting into the Safari Zone, losing him some seconds. Small movement mistakes there. And yeah, gets a full restore. Definitely needs that one. Because he sold his one to buy X items.
Okay, so Hammer finishing up Safari Zone. He's going to be heading off to Koga's gym now. And then Tenari will be done here shortly with Safari Zone, and he'll be heading off to Silphco.
Yeah, let's see what he's up to. I should be fine. Tenari's repeller wearing out there, so quite a few seconds lost on the split compared to Hammer. Also, that's what I said earlier.
Make sure you check your Squirtle stats before you dig. You want to make sure you have the good special, for sure.
OP. Yeah, that's what we said earlier. Like, there's definitely the possibility of screwing up some menus on using dig there, because you have it on the Squirtle and not on the Paris, which is something you usually don't have. So Tenari is going for the normal early earthquake strats, and I'm not sure, maybe he will also go for no candy skip. I don't know. Did you know? Did he pick up the rare the PP up?
I did not see whether he got the PP up.
Okay. So we aren't certain yet, but it is possible that he may as well, when going for all strats, he will get the rare candies and don't go for the skip. You need the PP up for doing the skip. And Hammer doesn't get damaged by the Hypno, which is good.
He did get a headbutt from the Hypno, which is good.
Oh. Yeah.
But no confusion, so no chance for confusion to crit. Did not save before that fight.
Let's hope he didn't die. Let's hope he doesn't die in this fight, Kappa. Using can be really annoying. Yeah, but he wants to die here, so he will use his elixir when Weezing comes up, restoring his PP while hopefully Weezing will go for the self-destruct, which is a really fast play here.
And he does get it first turn, very nice.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, and now is teaching the Earthquake only as we expected. Over fresh.
Oh yeah, accidentally hit A to talk to Koga again.
Oh boy. This lost quite some seconds. Koga is quite a talkative guy.
Not as bad as Brock, but still pretty talkative.
Yeah, there are more annoying trainers, that's true. Erika is another really talkative one. I guess the best you can talk to again is like Blaine, because he doesn't have to say much. And Hammer will now go back to his hometown. Won't visit his Mambo. What a bad boy. He'll just surf away to the mansion and pick up the key, and then we'll go to beat some gyms. Rip. Not visiting Mom indeed. What a guy.
Not a very good son.
Yeah, definitely. It's okay, he will make his mother proud by becoming the best Pokemon trainer in the world in 2 hours.
I was going to say, to be fair, he only left home about an hour and a half ago, so he hasn't been away that long. His mother probably thinks he's just out playing with some friends, while he actually is becoming the best trainer in the world. Feels good, man. What a guy. And let's hope we don't see the first missed key pickup. We didn't saw that one yet. We saw some really unlikely things happening in this race already, but we didn't see anyone missing the key pickup, because that's something you can see. Because it happened to some people already. Going up to the key, but then doing the menu and forgetting to pick it up actually. Happened to be best. Luckily, Hammer does not have a menu in front of the key, so it'd be really unfortunate if he doesn't pick it up. Yeah, should be fun. Oh yeah, he did. Right, so he's going to teach. He's going to teach Blizzard here. Yeah, you can teach Blizzard at any point after picking it up before getting the key. If you want to be safe of not doing the menu and then directly going into fly because you want to go fast, if you want to be safe of not doing that, you would do the menu of teaching Blizzard a little earlier.
But Hammer is good enough to remember.
Alright, so Hammer's now heading into a little bit of a boss rush here. He's going to go to Erica, Blaine, and then Sabrina.
Oh. And meanwhile, Tinari in red bar after Marowak.
Very interesting.
Alright, so Tinari has a problem now because
we need focus energy from Nidorino.
Yeah, 9 HP is not safe for Giovanni, but he has the red bar, so if he gets through with everything, keeps the red bar and doesn't die.
Double hypnosis from Execute after the Blizzard Nest. A third hypnosis. Reflect, there we go.
So if he doesn't get damaged by Hypno, he can keep his red bar, and that is really cool for him because he can catch up a little on Hammer because he didn't have the red bar there. It says like 20 seconds on Hammer, I guess. I don't know how the whole process went of getting this red bar, so maybe lost some time earlier getting all this damage here. But yeah, he will save up some time on Hammer, definitely. It's still gonna be really hard for him to catch up. Hammer has to do a major mistake, like dying somewhere, and even that wouldn't put Tinari in the lead directly, most likely.
At this point, a death wouldn't cost Hammer too much time compared to Tinari. It would cost him time with not having red bar anymore, but he doesn't have to worry about experience, losing too much experience, or he doesn't have to worry about money for the rest of the run either, so a death wouldn't be too costly, although hopefully neither of them have any deaths for the rest of the run.
Yeah, that would be nice. Although having a death on Elite 4 without saving for certain spots can put you in a really bad situation because you have to do the whole thing again, and sometimes that can mess with your PP items when you used one already. But I'm pretty sure Hammer will go for safe strats on Elite 4, saving on Bruno, for example, and Lance and Champion maybe. So it will be hard for Tinari to catch up. Not impossible, but really hard. And he needs to have luck, aka needs to be lucky on Hammer being unlucky. Or Hammer just answers the question wrong, but tries to go for swag answers and accidentally talks to a trainer. Don't think that will happen, though. And what's interesting as well is, will Tinari get through this Hypno? Gets
poison gas, so he will.
Nice.
He also used a rare candy to level 40, so with those strats I imagine he will be getting the rare candies in the mansion.
Yeah, definitely. When you use the candy early, that basically is a good incident on you going for mansion candies. Because usually you want to use your rare candies after that fight, because you will end up with more HP for the upcoming fights then. And because you would have lower levels, you want to have more HP there. But when you get to mention candies, you can just use one before the Hypno, giving you some extra HP. And possibly getting you out of headbutt range. I don't know exactly what his HP was, but headbutt non-crit could deal up to 14 damage without a crit. And he does to Koga. Oops. Not Hypno. So yeah, nice times having Hammer. Let's see how good his execution is on the upcoming part, because we know Hammer, being in the top 5 of Pokemon Red speedrunners, has really good execution. So if you want to keep up on his pace while still having a chance of getting close to him with Hammer, for example, dying somewhere, you need to have a good execution.
Side Sabrina.
Yeah. Going for Side Sabrina. So we all know Pepperguy usually goes for bottom Sabrina, and he gets Gen 1 misses on Sabrina. So Side Sabrina should be fine, right? RNG manipulation confirmed. And this menu isn't too fast. Also, he goes to the bottom of the Seaware while menuing later. So what you usually want to do is do the menu right after you hit the right after you flew to the city, and then use your bike after the menu to bike down to the water, which is a little faster when you are menuing anyway on Pallet Town. So compared to Hammer, this was a little slow.
No Gen 1 miss for Hammer on Sabrina, so the RNG manip worked like it does 100% of the time.
Always. He's so lucky. Always getting this RNG manipulation. Can't be. And now it's time for him to fight one of the risky fights that's still ahead of him. And there's one trainer with Rhyhorn, but he's fine. But afterwards, there's a guy called Black Belt. And his Machoke can kill you with a Karate Chop, because that move usually crits you, has a high crit chance. Up until that point, that it's more likely you get crit than getting a non-crit. So that's a possible risk of death, so he will most likely just heal for that. Although there is a chance he will use other moves. It's only 25% to get this. But it's still...
Does save for Black Belt.
Yeah, so that's the
still a good idea.
That's the play you usually do. Let's see. And yeah, Tighnari goes for the candies, as we expected. Let's hope he remembers to pick up the key.
And Hammer does get the Leer from Machoke, so very nicely gets through this fight.
Yeah, really good for him. Not dying to Black Belt is cool. He is safe for Giovanni because Giovanni can't do much. Rhyhorn is the Blizzard range, but he usually is stuck on Fission. Or he gets the Garbs back, and that can't deal damage to you. And the next fights up to Bruno are really safe.
So Tighnari did get the secret key, I did see, so another race, another 2 keys. That's always nice. Good. I hope we go the whole tournament without anybody forgetting the key.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm pretty sure we saw many of the other common mistakes already. But missing the key is not a friend. That's really nice. I'm pretty sure we also didn't see escape rope from Mount Moon yet, which is pretty cool, because that's actually something that can easily happen when you miss an input or do a double input when you scroll down too far. So that's pretty nice as well. And Hammer doesn't get the range on Rhydon, so he has to use another Blizzard, and he gets it. So he has enough Blizzards left for next fight, because you can't miss one on the upcoming fight because you're using Security. Could have missed one without any problems here. And yeah, basically this section of the game isn't too interesting on commentating, because there's not much really happening here. We talked about most things already. Meanwhile, Tenarius on Blaine's gym, maybe what you can say here is the answers on the questions are A, B, 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 A, B, and Blaine's gym is really annoying due to the fact that it's really laggy. So, for example, after you answer these questions, it takes a while up until the point you can move again. Yeah, this is not the coolest gym, but at least you can buffer your start input after Blaine because you have so much lag, which is something. Also, I didn't get a pitch shot range of Blizzard. Sometime.
Not a big deal. He doesn't need any more blizzards up until Burnout, which he'll use an elixir before that fight. So
yeah, no big deal. Yeah, and if you don't get the range on the Jot, you just Thunderbolt anyway, so that's totally fine for him.
Although Hammer did use a second Blizzard.
Yeah, that's totally fine as well, because you can't miss due to the Execuracy, and you will use Elixir later. But for example, when you miss one on Black Belt and only have 2 left for this fight, you can just use Thunderbolt. And an interesting part that's coming up is the Victory Road, and let's see if he is going for swag boulders, and if so, how many? Let's see.
I'm gonna go with 5. 5 is my guess.
So Reki is 6, right? So maybe he wants to break this and go for 7. Or maybe as well he even wants to get a good time and doesn't do any. Let's see. My guess is 1 or 7.
Is 1 or 7?
Yeah. He either does 1 to not lose that much time, or he goes for a Reki completely.
I think he's gonna go for the record, but I think he's gonna get 5. I think he's only going to be able to get 5.
Maybe he messes up one and decides to not go full swag. Let's see what's going to happen. The thing about swag ballers is, though, it's only for the memes, because actually they lose frames compared to not doing that. But yes, since it's a race, and it's not really close, I guess we can expect Hammer going for this one. Let's see what's happening. For now, no big problems. Hammer getting the movement down as expected. Let's see if you can chain the repels without getting the text. Which means doing no movement mistakes at all. Well, Tinari finished Sabrina, so he can now go for Giovanni's gym as well, and let's see if he's going to get through the black belt fight. Oh, he flew to the wrong saber, so he's losing some time on that one as well. And for Hammer comes the moment of truth. How many spec bowlers will we see here? There's one.
2, 3, 4.
Nice.
5. 6. He tied the record.
He tied the record. Yes, and he actually even did the choreography that the legend put up as well. Really nice. So he tied the record, and
but here comes the real question. Oh, he didn't get the swag PC.
Sad. Feels bad.
It was a nice try.
Yeah, he tried it. So the swag PC actually saves some frames, not like the swag bowlers. But sadly he didn't get it, so it lost a little time. But that's totally fine. It's time to lose. Loaf with the hard truth. Oh boy. And meanwhile, Tinami finished black belt.
Gets through black belt. It looks like he got a low kick, which is good, which means he'll be able to keep red bar through Bruno.
Yeah. Really nice. Although it puts him into a little higher risk on Bruno. Hammer only has the risk of getting a slam crit, which could kill him. So I'm pretty sure he will save on that fight. Wait. It looks like Tinari forgot to use the elixir. So he swapped out, used it, and swapped back in. Wait, no. He isn't by Blizzard Sprites. And he also doesn't have full moves. Something happened there, maybe a Gen 1 miss? I actually didn't pay attention to his screen at that moment.
I just looked at the screen as he was switching.
So something happened to Tinari, but he gets through. Should be fine at this point. Yeah. That was interesting. So he lost some time, but at least he didn't die on whatever happened to him.
And so he does get through the fight, and now he's going to be heading towards Victory Road as Hammer heads to the Agatha fight.
And he's going to full restore. So having only one X special means he will not go for the X special strats, so he gives Golbat for extra turn. Interesting choice. Rather going for restore and X speed here. Let's see how Agfa is going for him. Okay. No hypnosis and no confusion. Sweet. Okay, show your moves, Golbat. The good thing is though that Blizzard puts Golbat into red bar, which means it has a 50% chance of using a potion, which it doesn't. But he gets a really nice Agfa fight. No problems at all.
So he should be able to heal the super potion here going into the Lance fight. Or maybe he might even be healing the 2 potions here if he has 2 potions left, which I think he only has 1 now, so.
Yeah, that's right, he only had 1 left. So he will go for a super potion, giving him the chance of hitting red bar. It's definitely possible.
I do believe he will have to get a high roll from the Hydro Pump.
Yeah.
To have red bar for the next 2 fights.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't keep a red bar, even a good red bar, up until the next fight. I guess he'd rather super potion again and hope that if he gets damage, he hits red bar again. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's time for...
It's time to let Lance decide.
Definitely. And if Hammer dies, with quite some, well, like, I don't know, a lot to Lance.
Several times.
Yeah. TehHammer can catch up. There's very special. And gets the Hydro Pump. Let's see if he hits red bar. Oh,
it's a crit.
Gets the crits.
So there's 1.
That's 1.
So rip the 155.
TehHammer is slowly making his way to Victory Road and to low line. Let's see what the next Lance will be.
I'm going to go for no crit, but also no red bar.
I'm going for another crit.
You're going for double crit.
Would be a meme. Okay, but maybe I jinxed it again.
Alright, it hit.
Oh shit.
It's another crit. That's
okay,
twice.
I'm not saying anything at this point.
You really should stop jinxing, Hammer. That's not nice.
He's doing beam movement now. Oh, poor Hammer. He could have gotten a really nice time, but this Lance is so annoying.
He failed the RNG manipulation by not doing the swag PC.
Yes, that's what whipped him. So it was on a nice pace, but Lance is an evil guy.
And then he missed.
And then he misses Hydro Pump after critting 3 times. Wait, 2 times rather, right? Was it
2,
3?
I think it was.
Yeah,
it was 2.
It was 2. Sorry. Yeah. Doing the fight 3 times, but quit twice. So really unlucky for Hammer.
So he did the bad Lance manip, where he gets the miss.
Didn't know he caught up sometime here. Won't be enough though. and hits that Blizzard as well. So, Champ is the last. And, oh, Tenari with a mistake has to reset the puzzle. Okay, gets that part of it this time. Yeah, I hear that often. My accent is quite strong, I guess. And the shot here isn't
Won't be a
big
problem.
threat. The only thing that can kill him is the Sky Attack crit. But he gets a mirror move and he gets it again. So Hammer is fine, and Hammer will win this race against Tenari.
This will be a pretty good time too. This should be about a 150, 159. Not a great time for Hammer standards, but still as far as the tournament goes.
Yeah, also considering that he lost so often to Lance. Guess that really annoyed him. But it's fine. He won this race, and that means he will have 2 wins. And
Stepahan as well. Stepahan as well will advance out of that group thanks to Hammer's win.
So really nice. So it looks like we have winners of Group C with Step and Hammer here. Let's see what his end time will be. Definitely a sub 2, which is really nice. And Tenari at least with a swag bowler, so he is fine for Elite 4. And yeah, GG to Hammer.
So hopefully we'll be getting Hammer in here in just a minute, as he does finish up his matching here.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, wait. Did I miss something, or did Tenari just go for your lower level?
I did not see. All right, so Hammer finishing up here, and
I'm not
his
100% sure.
Hammer's final time is a 158.14 according to SRL. So first,
Yeah,
so
last time.
Hammer wins and he moves on, and that's a good time. Adding that with his first win, he's looking at a pretty decent seeding as well in the bracket.
Yeah, congrats, Hammer.
Congrats to Hammer and Stepahan, who's also moving on thanks to that win.
But Tenari with the YOLO line works out really nice. So, pretty cool. Let's see, I don't think he's safe from below. So, he's definitely trying to get a good time out of this. And let's see if we can get Hammer in here. Talking about his race.
He said he'll be back shortly, so we should be getting him in just a couple of minutes, and we'll watch Tenari finish up here.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, Tenari gets through the fight as well. All of the snap quit. Let's see what he's doing for Agatha at this point. Oh, okay. Goes for 2 super potions here.
2 super potions.
Okay. Interesting decision.
Hoping to get no damage from Agatha, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess going for 1 full restore... Wait, would be better. I don't know if he has spare full restore to play it safe later on.
He may be hoping to heal with potions after this fight.
Yeah, guess so.
Doesn't take any damage from the Gengar.
Which is fine. Okay, so Golbat used haste.
Golbat used haste, so he's going to be slower than the final Gengar.
Yeah, because haste destroyed his speed. Oh boy.
Nightshade.
Nightshade. So,
I may not be able to get red bar from here.
I don't know if he has
4 potions? 3 potions it would take.
Yeah. Possible he's going for the full restore.
He's got 6, so
Okay.
he's going for it.
Goes for the potioning. Interesting. He's at 128. He goes with that.
That should be enough if he gets a low roll. He can still die to a high roll. You can take 100. You can take 128 from Hydro Pump without a crit.
Yeah.
And he doesn't save.
Yeah, so 1 in 39 range. So 1 in 39 Hydro Pump non-crits would deal that 1 extra damage that kills him at 128. But to be fair, that's a reasonable risk, and if he doesn't get crit, this will put him into red bar.
He missed, so that's also fine.
Damage at all.
Miss is definitely okay here when he didn't save. So he should be pretty safe for the rest of the game. Won't need to save the champion, he can only die to a Sky Tech.
Yeah, Sky Tech crit that is. So, Gennaro should be fine as well.
That was a little more stressful of a last couple of fights than I was than I'm used to from most of the runners in this tournament. Alright, so it looks like TehHammerShow is ready, so if we want to go ahead and bring him in.
Yeah, nice.
Hello, TehHammerShow. GG. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, GG. Congrats on the win. And on proceeding to the...
next round.
Yeah, to the next round, indeed.
I felt so bad in that race.
We saw you suffering on Lance.
Oh no, I don't care about that. But
I want you to know that Flutz jinxed you several times during the run.
Obviously.
I jinxed Scenario too. I jinxed his scans manip to get an IGT0.
Well, neither was an IGT0, but I messed up the parachute ball. And I lost like 2 minutes because of that, because I felt another time. because I got tilted.
Yeah.
So annoying, but because you practice these things like 30 times and they go all right in a row, and then you try it in a run and it fails again.
Yeah, that's always a hard time there. And yeah, really unlucky that it broke out there.
Hard to get
Nice.
motivated to get a good time after losing 2 minutes because of yourself.
Yeah, true. But to be fair, at that point, the race was really close again.
Yeah.
Which is something, and in the end, you made it. And by this win, you also take Stepper with you to the next round.
What just
Yes.
happened to Tanari?
Oh no.
I believe he just missed on champion.
Did you forget to exec?
Did
I
he
mean-
YOLO drill the Pidgeot? What happened?
I didn't see.
I don't know.
Me neither. Did he save for that fight?
I don't
No.
think so.
He hasn't
Um,
saved. He hasn't saved in the entire Elite Four.
Yeah, right. He went full YOLO because he wanted to go for his last chance at this point. Yeah, I guess Tinari won't continue from that.
He hasn't
But-
forfeited yet.
He also hasn't forfeited yet, indeed. So if he doesn't want to continue, we happily invite Tinari to join the voice channel and talk about his race. I mean, it's completely reasonable if he wants to forfeit at
I'll
this
use
point
that way.
without saving.
Then
Yeah. That's a sad thing, actually. Really sad for him. It went all so well without the saves.
there comes the forfeit.
Yeah. There it is. Really sad in the end. The no save strat worked. And now he has to forfeit because he doesn't have any PP items left.
He did go YOLO, Lorelai.
Yeah, backing those PP items up would be really hard at this point. He had to get the Max Elixir and the Max Eva. And that would be really slow. So yeah, there's a forfeit. That's a race. And I don't know if Tenari wants to join us here. Oh, and see a Hammer. Hammer left already. And hello, Tenari. Do you want to talk with us about the race?
I want to tell you that that's the craziest Elite Four I've ever done in my life.
It almost
Yes.
worked too.
Yeah, it
That was
really
a
went well.
valiant effort.
Decided I'm not gonna say before black belt. I'm not gonna say before like anything. Like as soon as I started boss rush, I'm like I'm gonna go full YOLO, Lorelai, and it worked.
Yeah, you took the chance you had. Still beating Hammer by taking the risks. And
Yes.
it went pretty well
As
for you.
soon as I saw him die to Lance, I was like, maybe he'll die like 10 more times.
Yeah, now or never, indeed. And he died one more time.
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't enough in the end.
like there were definitely a lot of execution mistakes, a lot of bad RNG in game time 0. I got in like 3 or 4 Gen 1 misses. It was unfortunate.
I did have a
Yeah.
question about early on in the race. After you caught your knitter and you reset, did you check his stats and it was the wrong one, or?
I was having technical problems with my laptop. I don't usually use this laptop, and I had the bindings for my split set all wrong. And now I have like 2 fake golds that are like 20 minutes, and my sum of best is like 120.
Oh, okay.
My splits are all messed up. I actually golded Koga because I got red bar himself.
Yeah, we saw that one. Actually worked out pretty well. You caught up by quite some time on Hammer because he didn't have that bar. Yeah, that's unfortunate having these technical issues.
I don't remember the last time I saved, guys, because I didn't save before the second juggler.
Yeah, you basically went.
I think your last save was probably in Silphco.
don't think I even said before survival. Let's
No, I don't
check
think
and
so.
see. Like maybe it was Misty.
No, it was
Search.
before search cans, I guess.
Yeah, right. Now I'm actually curious now. You guys are
Something
great
like that.
commentators. I was listening to you guys and your commentary. You're doing a great job. You guys should follow these guys.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Nice of you. Also, thanks to Hammer saying goodbye in the chat. Has to go to school now.
But definitely, our group's not done yet. We still have the losers finals, me versus Kutora.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. Sadly, both of you won't have a chance to advance, but I guess that's a good reason for both of you to give it your all.
Just go full YOLO for the whole race.
Get that tournament recce.
Also, make sure you get 7 swag boulders so you can get the recce for that.
I think I got like 6 or like 5 in my first run against Stefan.
Yeah, so 6 is the tied world record.
Like
Couldn't stand apart.
that run, like I completely miffed that run to executioners. Totally, my first run against Stefan, I was way better execution wise. But I feel for next tournament, next year I'm gonna be a way higher seed. So watch out, everyone.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Excellent.
Really nice
And
race.
who knows? Like maybe next race, me and Kutora, I'll PB.
Yeah, definitely possible.
But it was definitely nice to be here with you guys to race. And even though I'm not gonna advance, congratulations to Stefan and Hammer. They definitely had a lot of experience, a lot more than me, and I want to see how well they do in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Right.
Thank you so much for an excellent race. You definitely made it really exciting there at the end. Definitely put on a show for us, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, was a really cool one. And I'm gonna ask, does one of you have something more to say?
I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, alright then. So, thanks for the race, and thanks for watching, guys. This was the race between TehHammerShow and Tenari Uranet. TehHammerShow won with a 158.13 over Tenari, who sadly had to forfeit after getting an earthquake on Gyarados on the champ. But it was a really nice race, and yeah, again, thanks for watching, guys. This was Loaf of Bread and Flats123 speaking, being your commentators today. Thanks for watching, and see ya on the next race.
Thank you.
By the way, what happened on the champion is I accidentally used a move instead of Horn Trail.
Ah, okay.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah. That's really unfortunate indeed.
I mean, it wasn't gonna beat my current SRO PB, so I'm not really. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The lead Elite Four. Oh my god. Is that what Verster felt like back in the day? Going for Yo Lorelai and not staying before Bruno. And... God.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, I should have gone into Agatha with Red Bar and just hope not to get hit.
That would have been an option. I mean, go for the keys Agatha, full Red Bar, no, no X items.
Oh god. But without speeds, it's not worth it. So not worth it.
Yeah, in the end, I mean, an X special is a reasonable decision, because with that you can just one-shot the goal bet. Speed is still okay. But when you're going for full Yodo Red Bar, you don't want to do any of this.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll still be commentating with you guys in the tournament, even though I'm out after my next race.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Alright, love, alright, let's see you guys later.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Alright, guess that's really it now. Thanks for watching, guys, and again, see you on the next race.